What is going on to you, Aquarius? You have the Knight of Cups, High Priestess, the Seven of Pentacles, the Four of Cups, the Ten of Pentacles, the Eight of Cups, Wheel of Fortune, the Devil, the Tower, and the Page of Swords. So I love these cards. So them and Dragons, I love those cards. The Knight of Cups, the High Priestess, and the Seven of Pentacles. This is for you, Aquarius. So this is about how a lot of you Aquarius happen to be in a situation where you felt like people was a little bit too much in your business, as a lot of people are, because you know a lot of people, and a lot of you Aquarius are so unique to others. You have such unique jobs. Just there's so many different things about you Aquarius that's so unique, right? That people can't find anywhere else that they want to. You're an Aquarius. I'm gonna be real with you about something. The zodiac sign that I always thought that I would actually potentially marry, date long term is an Aquarius. I just had to get that off my chest. I like it. You know what I mean? Y'all know what I'm talking about. I like it. You know, you have a mind on you. You look, a lot of you Aquarius are gorgeous individuals. You know, I like stuff like that. So the Knight of Cups now represents these people being up in your business, right? And when I say these people, I mean the people that you used to know, that you used to get to know up in your business. But then you realize the High Priestess, they were trying to sabotage you as you were with them. So what did you Aquarius have to do? You had to leave them alone, because you realized that it wouldn't be a real relationship if you actually had these people in your lives. The Seven of Pentacles, because this is what it is that you really want, to be in a relationship, a functional one, long-term, with one particular person or that special person, where the two of you actually get along with each other and know each other quite well, and you have love and admiration and respect for each other. The Four of Cups represents, but what it is that you've been finding, unfortunately, is these types of people. The one that's sitting on the shore, doing what they're doing. People who are very much so dysfunctional. Even though you're trying, you're the mermaid up, right, coming up on out of the water. You've been meeting people like this right here, which is an individuals who are very much so dysfunctional. The Ten of Pentacles is about how, and you've been spending so much time with them and money in the past, and you really try to make things work, but now you realize that you couldn't, because they want to be dysfunctional. They want to be caught up in dysfunctionality, but at the same time, you're still going to continue to try to get to know other people. The Eight of Cups just represents, you just know what time it is, that once they start showing you different parts of them that are not very good, you got to walk away from them. Now, the Wheel of Fortune represents, because you know that there's someone out there for you. Oh, of course. But this is really about how a lot of you Aquarius very much so are not willing to be disrespected. Because a lot of times Aquarius come to me and tell me that, you know, you really do have problems in relationships. And part of that is because you have to understand, Aquarius, that, and I've said this before, in the Zodiac, most of the signs are not people. Most of the signs are animals. There's only 4 out of 12 Zodiac signs that are not animals, which is Virgo, Aquarius, Gemini, and Libra. 3 out of 4 of those are air signs. And then the last one that's not an air sign is an earth sign, a mutable earth sign at that, which is Virgo. You understand? The others are animals. Aries, Taurus, animals. Cancer, Leo, animals. Scorpio, Sagittarius, those are animals. Capricorn and Pisces, those are animals. So it's our job as those 4 zodiac signs, Aquarius, Gemini, Libra, Virgo, to raise and bring the other zodiac signs out of their only their animality, because we all have an animal side, including Virgos, you Aquarius, but to bring them out of only thinking from an animalistic perspective to now being able to think on a more well-rounded perspective. So it's our job to, part of our jobs, I should say, to do stuff like that. So the Wheel of Fortune now represents, but at the same time, when someone is determined to remain in their animalistic mentality, right? They're only their instincts, only their basic instincts, stuff like that. That's how you know that you can't talk to them. You can't hang around them anymore. The devil now represents, those would be the type of people who trap you, excuse me, in a relationship, because those would be the type of people who are upset at you because you're thinking on a different level, right? So you need to pay attention to those types of people in the first place, and make sure, one of the things that you're supposed to make sure, Aquarius, is that a person that you're going out with has the capability and the abilities, and they do use a higher thought process. If their thoughts are not on a higher level, then you shouldn't be wasting your time. They need to have that light in them. They need to have that sliver of light in them where they could stop thinking about only their basic animal instincts, for them to be able to actually get out of that. That's how you know that they're advanced or not. The Tower and the Page of Swords, how you know a person is advanced is if they can think in both. And they need to develop both. So the Tower, so the next two cards are the Tower and the Page of Swords. But for a lot of you Aquarius, have been making the mistake of thinking that you could be in a relationship with people or get to know people who are very much so caught up in their animalistic, only in their animalistic natures. And that's the thing that gets you caught up, because that more well-rounded perspective is what divinity is, right? Or I should say the bridge between animals and divinity. So the Tower now represents, and you feel like it's all for nothing when things don't necessarily go your way, because you feel like, a lot of you Aquarius, you falsely perceive yourself into thinking that you're working backwards, and that you're doing things dysfunctionally due to the fact that you can't understand why people are having a hard time thinking from that more well-rounded perspective that you just so happen to date. And the reason for that, my dear Aquarius, is because the vast majority of people in the world think from that basic instinct. They just do. So it's our job when we hang out with these people to show them that you don't have to think like that, and that there really is a different modality, a different mode of having those thoughts, right? So not to be too smart, because you need your animalism, but not to be so caught up in animalism to the point where it makes you a lower order type of person. You understand what I'm saying? So let's clarify this. So now, what does this have to do with you? It's very difficult for you Aquarius to date people like this, because you need people who are smart. So let's clarify the let's clarify the Tower. 10 of Wands, Ace of Swords, 5 of Pentacles, Knight of Cups. To clarify the Tower. So this is about how a lot of you Aquarius happen to be in a particular situation where what you need to do is, you Aquarius need to let go of people who do not have the capability, who do not show you that spark that they are capable of thinking on a higher level, because you're wasting your time. So to cut back on wasting your time, you have the 5 of Pentacles and the Knight of Cups. When you walk away from those types of people, you're going to be saving yourself a whole lot of time. Once you observe that those people, because you need it in order for the relationship to function long term, you Aquarius are going to need that. But once you Aquarius realize that those people do not have the capability to do that, cut them off.